The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Edge Boost, the bank account built for bettors. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN and get a $25 deposit bonus. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no voice, no guy. It's me, really real, villain real, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. That's one. Hey, who keeping tally? Not me. That's one. Appreciate the Indiana Fever for, just knuckling down because they had all the free throws opportunities in the world to get us over that team total. And it was just, all right, they understood what I needed. 89.5. They knew where I had to get to. And darn it, they got just there. We get there at 90. You know what? I'm going to remember that one. I appreciate that. All right. They ended up losing the game, though, 91-90. Kelsey Mitchell had 20-plus points, plus 194 heater right there. So very, very good 2 plays. And not to mention, we hit an underdog fantasy lineup as well. And my co-host, Scott Studio Reichel, cashed his dog. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, overall can't complain. Did lose the lock. I had the over in the Aces game. Should have just taken the Aces minus the points, but it is what it is. Both teams stopped trying in the fourth. Game died. Second total I've taken the season. Second time the fourth quarter combined for about 25 points. So
Yeah.
Unfortunate there.
Brutal.
But did get a Leah Boston double-double as my dog at plus 145. Also gave that out on the Mothership show, so can't complain. Bit of a sweat there. Got the rebound in the last minute, but still counts. And then we had the underdog entry, which was about 6-1. We had the same game, I'd say, entry with Howard higher on her points, Mitchell higher on her points, and Boston higher on her rebounds. That was like 6-1, give or take. So once
Ryan
again,
Howard, not Natasha Howard.
Yeah,
Ryan Howard.
Yeah.
Let's let's make sure we say that one.
True, but either way, point is the only thing we lost out of our picks was the over in that Aces game. So solid
And
episode
you know
for
what?
us.
And the Aces team total, I gave it out on my other show, Scott. It was 89.5.
That was such a rough loss. They just stopped trying. It was so bad.
the second unit for the Aces, I'm completely out on. Completely out on.
I mean, they
had
were up
all
like
the
80
opportunities.
points, so yeah.
They had all the opportunity in the world to score 9 points in the fourth quarter. 9?
It was
I
disgusting.
needed 12. Some needed 13. It's ridiculous. No way that should have missed. No way that should have. Oh man, that is really tough. All right. By the way, I wonder if there was anybody hoping we didn't have a bounce back day today, that episode, because sure enough, after a bad episode, we almost sweep. Like, come on.
And the underdog entry.
Yeah, man. Really, really good. All right. Merch store is giving out 20% off on everything. Promo code DGens. Hop into that merch store, store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. You can lock in, get you some WNBA Gambling Podcast gear, all of that. Take those winnings over there, spend them at the merch store. Plus, you're getting 20% off. Promo code DGens. So help us out, help support the company, help support the brand, and show off some of your SGPN gear. All right. We got 3 games here. Is it still just 3?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. First of all, the New York Liberty and the Chicago Sky game should definitely have a line out.
Yeah, 100%.
That's ridiculous. I'll give you, and honestly, Indiana and because they just played. So honestly, this line should already be out, so we can go ahead and back Indiana. Scott, bad on us for not following the deja vu principles, because sure enough, the dog hit. As soon as the game started, I said, man, I should have just stuck to the principles, man. That would have been a nice hit, cash in Atlanta Dream there. There were 9.5 point dogs. 9.5.
Wait, what was the deja vu? Just because they're playing again the game after?
Yeah, and we take the dog the first game.
Dog game 1, favorite game 2. Okay, just making sure.
Yep. All right. This is kind of a deja vu game, kind of. Dallas Wings on the road going to play the Minnesota Lynx. Lynx opened up 8.5. It was bet all the way up to 11.5 already. 168.5 is the total in this one. Injury report. Do I have anything here, actually?
I hope you don't have that much. We're only about 2 games into the season, 3 games into the season.
Nothing for the Dallas Wings. You've got Kayla McBride still out, personal reasons, not with the team. Alana Smith is probable to play in the game. She didn't play the first time around in the opener. And that's it. I mean, does Dallas even have a shot?
I'm going to say no. I mean, to cover maybe, but to win the game, no. We've seen Dallas already. I was higher on this team preseason. Apparently, I was just wrong. Team's not very good. They were down a ton to Seattle, made the game interesting for about 5 minutes, and then immediately got buried again, but they ended up not covering. We know that Dallas, if there's one thing they're usually good at, it's playing at home. And right now, they are not good at home, and now they go to the road for the first time. So I see Minnesota playing well. We know that Collier's been great. Courtney's been solid too. Team looks solid. They're shorthanded. You haven't noticed because they just keep winning. So give me the Wings to get destroyed again. Lynx might walk into potentially 90 in this game. Wouldn't shock me. I'll go Lynx minus 11.5.
Yeah. Wings are cooked. I hate making assumptions about teams that are just like, oh, you can't figure it out because we're 2 games in the season. But Enrique and this team just doesn't look like it's working.
Nope. Paige will look good, though, in her second game. Not that it mattered, but she had a solid game.
Especially when she was on the court when Enrique was not on the floor. And Enrique was actually like slightly better when Paige wasn't on the floor either, but it wasn't good overall.
I mean, I think Enrique has been terrible so far this season. But...
Yeah, no, she's been horrible. And I don't know. Dallas is going to have to figure it out if that's what they're going to be running. But as of now, I mean, there's been nothing in the first 2 games to make me think that the Wings have anything to make this even close.
I have a question for you. Do you know what Enrique's 3-point percentage is so far this season?
Has she made one?
Yes, she has made at least one.
Oh, okay. So there's a percentage there.
Yes, it is a percentage. It's not 0.
So 1 for 10 is 10%. What's worse than that? Let's say 7.
She's at 9.1%.
Okay.
From the floor, she's 23.1% from the floor.
I knew she wasn't 10%. Like, I knew it wasn't even 10.
I've been lower on Enrique than you over the years because I just think she's an absolute chucker. I recognize the talent that's there, but the shot selection's atrocious. And this year is the same. She's 6 of 26. So I just think
now, I will admit, in the last game, I thought she was getting fouled a decent amount of times.
There weren't many.
So I gave her, and I gave her a pass in a couple of those shots. But then when the end of the game came and she started chucking those threes, I said, "Oh, Enrique, there she is, there she is." Lordy, come on, Notre Dame, come on, Notre Dame. Well, shout Notre Dame. Hey, you saw Jewel had 20 today.
Yeah. Jewel came back, bounced back.
Plus 235.
Yeah, she looked great. But sorry, I'll let you finish on Jewel.
I was just throwing that out there because I said something about Notre Dame, and of course, whenever I mention Notre Dame, Jewel Loy's name.
No, Jewel played very well today. I'm just saying, Enrique for the last 3 seasons has shot below 40%. She's shot above 41% one time in her entire career. She's a very inefficient, high-volume shooter. It's just what she is.
Yeah,
the talent's there. We saw it in the All-Star game, but she had 40 in that game. But I wish I saw it more often. That's the issue I have. So, is that a fair criticism?
Yeah.
No, that's where I'm at for Enrique.
You gotta live. Hey, you know what happens when you bet Enrique, man? You live with whatever you get because she can go play the best team in the league, best defense in the league, and randomly have 30.
Oh, she can. I just want the consistency to be there for you, the top 10 player in the league.
You know what you're doing when you. And every time I've ever lost an Enrique prop, and I just lost one recently, actually. I've always known, like, man, live 50-50. 50-50 chances in life. All right, let's go ahead and play the drop for this one. This is over. Whoa.
You care at all about the deja vu thing or no? Because they won by 15. Now they're at home, and the Lynx are very good at home.
And there was a game in the middle. It doesn't even. Nope. So I would have been mad if there was a situation that made me have to take Dallas, but luckily there was a game in the middle, so I don't have to pay that any mind.
Yeah, I agree.
Easily 11.5. I don't think they're in the game. 168.5. Yeah, I wouldn't even play with the full game total. Just give me whatever Minnesota's team total is.
They would score 99 in the first game?
Yep. Without Lana Smith at that.
Yep.
Yeah. Done for. I'm good with them. All right. Player props. Anything?
Well, just to quickly look at who excelled in the first meeting, because why not? We have a small sample, might as well use it. Collier 34, because of course she did.
I would run that back.
Nobody can guard her. Courtney at 25 and 9. I don't mind the Courtney assists in this game. If we think Dallas is that bad defensively, Courtney should be the point guard. So I
would play
well.
I'm gonna play the RA. I played the RA last game and it hit. I'm gonna keep running that back with Courtney Williams. I like that. And like we know Courtney Williams will randomly spam out 9 rebounds in a game and be like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm finna run Courtney Williams. Shoot. The whole PRA honestly is good too. Yeah, I'm with you. Courtney Williams, good play.
Yeah, I know that last time they played, Carrington had a solid game. I know that she wasn't good the second time around.
Nope.
But
you could do it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to, but I just was wanting to bring her up because I mentioned players who had good games.
Nope, you can do it. I'm good. The Seattle Storm game reminded me what I felt like I already knew. Very, very volatile when it comes to scoring the basketball.
Do I want to go for Hines Allen maybe in this game? I mean, Hines Allen points are at 7.5, and she did have 11 in the first meeting, but I don't know.
But then she matches up with one of Collier, Alana Smith, or Bridget.
I get it, but she played 27 minutes. I like the playing time.
I mean, she's got to play. Yeah, she's got to play.
So if you're gonna get her on the court, then I think that could be worth.
I think the foul trouble is going to scare me.
Okay, that's fair. You want to make a case for Shepard or no?
You see a line on her?
That I actually didn't check, but I'm just looking at the game.
Oh, I was about to say, you see a line on her?
No, I don't. But I'm saying when the lines actually dropped, she had 15 and 8.
Yeah, no, I definitely was going to look that way. I didn't think she was going to have a line.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I also like Paige RA. I played that last game too against the Storm, and it ended up hitting.
She looks good, at least for her first 2 games of her career.
And you know what? I can trust her with the RA too. Maybe not the scoring all the time because you never know the game that they just decide to be overly physical with her and she can't get any space. But like the RA, I feel comfortable trusting that. So Paige RA feels like something I'm going to run back multiple times. It was at 8.5 last game. And
it's at 9.5 now, but she had 13 against Seattle.
Yeah, I can buy 9.5.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me.
Same here. You have any thoughts on the total? Because I know the last game flew over, but I think we just prefer Lynx team total over.
Yep, just give me Lynx team total. I have no idea. Maybe Dallas, and maybe that's how Dallas gets up for this, that they end up start scoring a little bit more, but nah, no shot. Just give me Lynx.
First home game for Minnesota? That could be a very...
Oh, they're about to be... the electric slide at the end of the game is going to go crazy.
Yeah, if the Timberwolves win tonight, we'll see. Maybe that'll carry over into the hype for this game. So...
All right. Before we get to the rest of the games on the slate, got to talk to you about Edge Boost, the first ever bet account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved, no usage fees, no minimums, earn cashback rewards, 100% approval for all betting deposits. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN. Deposit $25 and Edge Boost will match the deposit. That is edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog's going long for the NBA playoffs with their extender bonus. Hop in the game, 1, and the longer the series goes, the bigger the bonus gets. So if you haven't played your bonus for the next series, you need to go ahead and get that bonus in. And plus, we're going to give out a pick'em entry at the end of the show for the WNBA. We are 1 for 1. Oh, it's going to wait till I lose count of that, Scott. Here we are. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code NBASGPN, claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That is UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code NBASGPN. Slate starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow, Scott.
Yep. You'll be watching something else, but it's not your fault.
I don't know how I like that. I think I would have preferred. Dang, the Knicks game starts at 8 too.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to be busy.
I thought the Knicks game at least started at 7. What's up?
No, because I think for the TNT stuff, they're trying to put pretty much all the games at 8. From what I
but then, bro, it's supposed to be from 7 to 8.
Trying to increase the West Coast viewership from a 4 p.m. start time to a 5 p.m. start time. maybe.
I guess. Sure, somebody driving home from work is going to appreciate getting the extra hour, I guess. Whatever. Should be catering to the Knicks fans on the East Coast. 8 p.m.? Come on. And then also I have to wait for 8 p.m. for this game. You could at least give me 7 p.m. Here we are. 2 games going off at 10 p.m. on the East Coast here. Late night for us tomorrow. The Los Angeles Sparks going on the road play the Phoenix Mercury. Mercury laying 5.5 here. 162.5 is total. Well, no Ray Burrell in this one. So
What'd you last? 1 minute?
Yeah,
Damn shame.
that was rough. That was rough. No Julie Almond still. Rakia Jackson is also out with the concussion, Scott. So missing Rakia in this game as well. And then we both know Kalia Copper, Natasha Mack still out for the Phoenix Mercury. Scott, I have to say, I'm like the Sparks are really, really ruining a great bet of Odyssey Sims 6th player of the year because it's clearly not working in the starting lineup. No. I am not enthused about Odyssey's outlook playing alongside Kelsey Plum. I really, really thought it was going to be good. Playing in relief, 15 to 20 minutes a game. She gets to just go off, no restrictions, just gets to be explosive, drive to the rim, and maybe make plays for teammates as well. But like this playing alongside Kelsey Plum, offensively, I am not a fan.
Yeah, same here. I mean, Sims has been a mess, but I'm not surprised based on the lineup she's in. She's got to be the main quarterback of the second unit, and they just don't use her that way. So we'll see. But with her key out, they got problems.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. I mean, because I still don't think defensively they're talking about anything.
No. They shut down the Valkyries for 1 quarter and gave up 7 points. That was it. That was basically the only
really? Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, no, wow, that's right. I mean,
it was close, and they blew it open because they gave up 7 points in the 4th quarter. But I don't think that the Sparks are that great. I mean, we're looking at Rakia, who we think is very solid. Plum went crazy in a 37 in game 1. They got smacked in game 2 by an actual team. No offense to the Valkyries. But I do think the Mercury are better. The Mercury, even without Copper, looked really good in the first game. Now, the Storm could be bad. We'll see what happens there. But I like how they played without one of their best players. I was concerned about the Mercury potentially no-showing the game or being a bit flat offensively, and they came out and scored 81 points. And AT looked very good. I thought that Satu looked great with AT together. I like the duo there. Problem is the lack of bench scoring because those were the only 2 players who scored more than 12 points in the entire team, which is not a good sign for the Mercury, that you have basically 2 players you have to rely on. You had held off the bench who had 11. But I think I like the under in this game because I'm curious how the Sparks are going to score with Burrell being out, with Rakia being out. You need Plum to score a bunch of points. And the Mercury only gave up 59 to Seattle. This team might actually be decent defensively, at least more than I thought. We'll see. Small sample, we'll see. But I think I'm going under. Isn't that a high total for all the people that the Sparks are missing? Feels pretty high. Maybe Sparks total under?
I'm shocked. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm shocked. I didn't think that's where he was going. I'm still on the over, Scott.
I like the Mercury anyway, but the Sparks, I think, are going to be extremely shorthanded, which is a problem.
Yeah.
And the Mercury scored 81, but 2 of their players combined for basically more than half their points, which is not a good look either.
Yeah.
So that's why I'll go under. I'll dare.
But they were also beating the shit out of the Storm.
They were.
And so I get it though. When I look at the roster, I'm like, man, I would love for like Ka to be there, one more additional scorer. I really would. But how good do I really think that the defense for the Los Angeles Sparks really is?
I don't think it's that great, but
I think they can give up points to this team.
I think they can, but I think the Mercury need a couple of other players to step up. Right now, they had 2.5 people, if you want to include Held, who showed up for game 1, and they still won the game because Seattle didn't show up. But I am concerned when you're relying on, once again, AT and Satu to combine for 47 of your 81 points. That is pretty rough, and if one of them has an off game, you might have problems. So I'll go under. I like the Mercury, though. But
I think that your reasoning to be concerned is very valid. However, the Sparks still have a lot of offense.
Mhm.
And I think the offense actually looks pretty good. Like, I wasn't frustrated with the offense here. Yeah, I'm still going over.
I feel like
And
both teams just feel a bit top heavy right now with the injuries they have. Not really their fault, but you have Rakia out, so you're looking at Plum and Hamby, who probably have to carry pretty much the entire offense with a little bit of Odyssey Sims in there. We'll see if she ends up moving to the bench or not. But what? It feels like duos. You have Plum and Hamby against Satu and AT. And it feels like everyone else is kind of expendable. So I don't trust the supporting cast to actually contribute that much on either side. That's kind of my counterpoint.
So does that mean the Sparks going to keep this game close?
Can they re-sign Aerie? Can they try to bring somebody back? Like, damn, you really need some help at this point.
I feel like they just signed somebody to a hardship contract. So what they could have, or at least I think they could have, WNBA be weird with all the contract stuff. But like they just signed Liatu King to a hardship deal. So they've used that roster spot already.
I hope she ends up playing because they need the bodies at this point.
I cannot find a team total for the Mercury. Let's go to ESPN Bet. They looked out yesterday. Let's go back over there. Honestly, you can kind of sell me on a Sparks team total too. I think I just like the over. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Sparks still got enough to be, and the offense looked fluid. Like the ball kept moving. It didn't stick too much. I mean, the only thing that really ruins this is Plum just sucks. But she was pretty good in that first game. And
pretty good is a bit of a stretch. She had 37 points.
Okay.
It's a little bit modest. She had one of the best.
84 and a half. 84 and a half.
That just feels so high when they're missing like a couple of key pieces. Burrell's good. And Rakia, we know, is a monster.
Yeah. Yeah, just give me the total. Just give me the game over. I'm still going to trust the game over. I wanted to get there on Mercury team total over, but there could be some things. And honestly, I think the Sparks could randomly still be in this game.
They could be. I think they can hang around.
Yeah. I'm gonna still pick the Mercury for the terms of the show. Mercury laying 5.5. But because they're at home.
I'll agree with you, but I'll go with the under too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What's next? Oh, player props. Yeah, I'm with you on Plum. I think Plum has a big day. What's her points prop at?
I mean, she's going to need to. The fact that Rakia is out just gave her the greenest light imaginable for potential shots here. I don't actually know if I see any props on this game, though. Because we don't know who's actually going to be in the starting lineups, etc. I don't see anything for the props for.
Yeah, I don't see anything up here either. Yikes. All right, guess we don't. Wow. Dallas and Minnesota.
That's all I got. I don't have anything for the Valkyries game either.
Oh, well, that sucks. Why are they so slow? It's 10:30 the night before. They're normally quicker than this.
I can understand the Sparks game because with Rakia being out, you're going to have to reinvent some lineups, but the Valkyrie one makes no sense. Yeah,
they should have had that together. All right, you're slacking. Yeah, I would like some form of Kelsey Plum there over on her points. AT assists, of course. You might as well take AT assists up to 10. And Caitlin's had back-to-back 10. AT's going for 10 this game. AT 10 plus assists.
I thought about AT rebounds, actually.
I was just about to tell you some form of AT RA is also probably a really good play, too. Honestly, she's probably going to score on this team, too. Let me go see what AT did against the Sparks last year.
I mean, AT only had 7 rebounds in the first game. She had 7 and 6, though, so I don't mind the RA angle there, and that could be an option. I don't mind Sawtooth threes, though. She took 9 3-pointers in the first game. She made 3 of them, but I don't mind the volume there. Sawtooth threes could be worth a look.
Just give me the points. She'll score.
Yeah, she had 27.
They're going to need her. They're going to need just take her AT. They're going to need them. They're going to need them. Let's see. Oh, yeah. What is this? Last 2 games against the Sparks, 7, 11, and 12, 12, 10, and 11. Now, we know that's with Connecticut, but the rebounds are still there, Scott. 9, 16, and 8. Okay, so let's not put the points on that. ATRA, if you want anything. 11, 7, and 7. Pretty good numbers there for AT against them. All right. What else? Anything else? No, that's it.
No.
All right. Next game up. Washington Mystics on the road, going to play the Golden State Valkyries. Valkyries, 2 games, both at home. Long rest in between, it feels like.
Very. That choke job, or not really choke job, that collapse in the fourth quarter, that was the only game they played, and it feels like it was a week and a half ago.
Yeah, that was a minute ago. That was Friday. It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Catching 5.5 at home. 162.5 is total. No movement on that total.
Nope.
No movement on the side either. No movement in this game at all. They don't know where to go. Oh no, I lied. Total's going up. Or is it coming down? I don't know. It looks like a lot more. Okay, so this book has 162.5. What's more prevalent? Oh, 161.5 is more prevalent. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, FanDuel's the only one at 162.5. Everybody else is at. Why did I say 162? Everybody else is at 161.5. All right, FanDuel's at 162.5. Everybody else at 161.5.
Mystics, not too bad.
Well, yeah, but the Connecticut game wasn't anything to write home about.
The Sun are terrible, but beating the Dream actually aged pretty well.
Yeah, that aged great.
But no, the Connecticut win means absolutely nothing. Connecticut's a horrible basketball team.
Did they end up covering that game against Connecticut? Yes, they did.
Yes, they made some free throws at the end, and they covered.
I guess I'll take the Mystics.
I'm going to ask you, though, what are your thoughts on the Valkyries? We're 1 game in. They were competitive against the Sparks. They fell apart in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Scored 7 points, but you know what? For 3 quarters, the game actually looked pretty good.
It went about how I thought. If they hit their shots, I think that they can be in it against the par teams. And if they play anybody great, they're going to get killed. But the par teams, if they hit their shots, they can be in the game. But gosh, if they're missing, they're going to look really, really bad. But Washington, I mean, for what it's worth, they still gave up 90 points to Atlanta Dream, and they gave up 85 to the Connecticut Sun.
That's bad. 85.
Which might,
bad.
Yeah, that might be pretty bad. And that's what I'm concerned about here, is the Valkyries hitting their shots. I feel like this is another over for me, Scott.
I think I agree. These fourth quarter, those have been killing me because they just had so many low-scoring fourth quarters. I don't mind the first half over, maybe. If you want to go for Valkyries team total over, I might not hate that either. The Valkyries, though, had 2 players, 3 that showed up offensively. Van Vlew at 14 off the bench. Hayes had 19, and Fagbenway ended up having 15. Thornton was horrible. She was 0 of 6 from 3. Kate Martin and Burton were 0 for 7 combined.
Yeah, bro, we have to have a discussion about Kate Martin. There's no reason Kate Martin should be in that starting lineup over Van Vlew.
No, but the point is that I question the scoring depth this team actually has. I'm hoping Thornton definitely plays better than she did in the first game, but then again, the Mystics had a couple of games on the East Coast. Now they're traveling west. That's really a good road team in the past.
That's the only thing that's going to piss me off.
I really like how Sykes is playing, though. They're playing well. But you know what? I'll take the points. I think taking an East Coast team traveling West Coast for the first time all season, a team that got torched defensively by Connecticut of all teams, is not a great look. I'll pick the Valkyries hang in there.
Laying points on the road just sounds horrible with a team that's not playing defense right now. Yeah. Mystics team total over 83.5. Shout out to ESPN Bet for the early team total looks, by the way, because I really needed that with the Indiana play. Yeah, fucking Valkyries are my team, man.
Valkyries were 9 of 35 from 3. A little bit of variance goes in their favor, and suddenly they wake up. And 9 of 35 is kind of disgusting.
Valkyries plus 5. Oh, gosh damn it. The Valkyries are going to take so much of my money this season.
I'm willing to be a little bit more passive on them than you are, but for the sake of the spot, taking an East Coast team traveling west for the first time this season, it's really not a great spot. So I'll back that. At first glance, it feels disrespectful. Mystics are 2-0. They won both games. They covered both games.
And they did not look good in the Connecticut Sun game. Like, as soon as the game was going, I was like, see, why would I ever lay points with... I was literally saying, why would I lay points with the Mystics? I should not lay points with the Mystics.
They dominated the fourth quarter, came back, but the fact that Connecticut is one of the worst teams in the league, and he trailed for 3 quarters against that team, and now you're going west, I think it might be a trap line on the Mystics. I'll go with the Valkyries. They might win the game. It's possible. Just hit some threes.
Scott, Mystics are 1-1 in the first half this season.
2-0 overall, though.
What would they have to be in the first 10 games for you to say the Mystics first half, Mystics first half is back? What would that ATS number have to be?
7-3.
Boy, oh my gosh, if they go 7-3.
I think you'd agree with me, though, because
if they went 7-3, I would be
5-5. Of course, is nothing. 6-4 is a little bit positive, but you want a bit
dude.
more.
If they go 7-3, I'm for sure screaming that it's back.
But 7-3 is definitely the cutoff for me on when I.
I'm paying attention to it too.
Yeah.
You know, I've been watching.
You could also pivot though. They're 2-0 overall ATS, so maybe that's the new angle. We'll see.
Well, all right, Scott. Well, hopefully not. We're on the Valkyries here. All right. Yeah, over. Well, of course you're playing Sykes points, whatever they're going to be at. I mean, the usage and there's no reason you're not playing Sykes.
I thought about PA with that instead of just taking the points because she has the ball in her hands all the time, as she should. But she's averaging 6 assists per game with 20 plus points per game. So I'll take the PA on that.
I agree. I like it. Good call there. Oh man, Scott. I mean, Kiki's been going off. The rookies, I mean, honestly, and that's my fear is that I jump on the rookies and they start looking like rookies, but these rookies haven't looked like rookies for the Mystics. Citron and
Citron looks great. She looks really good.
Both of them have been good. Kiki had a double last game. Citron was slow to start and then woke up and took over in the second half. Citron threes for me is very interesting because it just seems like the Valkyries are going to let you put up your threes so that they can put up theirs. So I'll roll with Citron threes, whatever that's at, probably at 1.5. And then
I do want to throw this out there. Kiki didn't just have a double-double, by the way. She had 17 and 14. She had a monster game. 17 and 14.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was but the only thing that scares me about Kiki is the foul trouble.
Yeah, she had 5.
But I do like how Cindy Johnson is letting her play with the fouls. And that's how she got that monster stat line because she just refused to get that 6th foul and she just kept going off. Yeah, I do like Kiki still. And I like Fat Belay and rebounds in this one.
I like that too. I'll fade Dolson, who's been terrible. So far this season, she's 9 total points. I don't mind going for unders. Kiki's been very good. Sykes, we know, has been great. They have other options. I'll put it that way. So I think that Dolson fades might be worth something. So,
yeah. All right. What's that? All right, we're done. Yeah, we just got the 3 games. That's it. Do they still not have lines for us? I gave them a couple extra minutes. Nope, still not. All right, we're rolling with just 3 here, Scott. Got to talk to the people about rhythm, though. Go in there and tap in with rhythm. They got the WNBA over there. They have NBA. They have golf. They have MLB, all of that. And they got a really nice deal for you. 25% off monthly subscription with promo code SGPN25 and a 50% off annual subscription. Promo code SGPN50. That's RITHMM, how you spell rhythm. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm for a 7-day free trial. Then use promo code SGPN25 or SGPN50 and get your deals. We're also brought to you by Circa Ultimate Fantasy Football Giveaway. You and your league, 12-team league, can win a 2-night stay at Circa Resort. You can win your draft. Have your draft at the awesome stadium swim with a $5,000 food and beverage credit, limo transportation to and from the airport, a welcome party at Legacy Club, and a reservation at the world's largest sportsbook with a $500 credit. Plus a 2-hour open bar over there, overhang bar if you're not drunk enough already. June 30th is the last day to get into that really, really awesome contest. Head over there, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/circa, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. And again, also, throw me in the league. If you win, just throw me in the league. Mm-hmm. And I'll be active for the full season too, Scott. I won't.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got a better idea. Don't even invite us to the league. Just invite us to the cabana. We'll just skip the middleman. So invite us into the table.
Nah, because I need the airfare and transportation, man. I need the room, airfare, and transportation, all of that.
I do want to give you a pro tip though. If you drink enough with the credit they give you, suddenly the flights are free. I'm gonna throw that out there. Just throwing it out there. If you indulge enough, with the drinks and the food.
You're sick.
Suddenly, the flights are free. Just saying.
This is a sick man here.
Just saying.
MyBookie.ag, your place to bet every single sport, including the NBA playoffs over there. MyBookie accepts tons of customers from a ton of different locations. You can easily deposit with and get lightning fast payouts with cryptocurrency. Head over there to MyBookie.ag and get down on, links laying 11.5. That seems like a really good bet. Head over to MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code NBA. Or no, just SGPN. Promo code SGPN. Clearly the mojo change worked.
Yep.
Over to you, sir.
Yeah, so I was wondering if I wanted to do 2 plays in the same game, but I think I'm going to spread it out a little bit because I thought about taking the Lynx by themselves, which I might do because I just think the Lynx are so good. But do I want to dare the Sparks to actually show up offensively when they're missing Rakia and I have questions about their actual offensive depth? You know what? I might go for it, but unfortunately I see no team totals being listed yet, so I can't.
Oh no, I got which one you want? You want the Sparks?
Yeah, what's the Sparks team
78.5.
78.5.
Yep. 79.5, I'm sorry.
Okay. I can get behind that. Scored 84 against the Valkyrie. Valkyrie played pretty fast. I mean, yeah, I think I'll go for it. Give me the Sparks team total under 79.5. You have a price on that or no?
Minus 125.
I'll go minus 125. It's fine. I'll take a shot there. Rakia, I think, as we all know, is a solid player. I still question the actual lineup right now. Azare's been fine. Hamby's been fine. We know Plumlee has had one really good game, one really bad game, or one okay game, but Rakia is really, really good. And I do think her being out's a big deal. The Mercury, though, played a bit slower in the last game, just trying to get AT and Satu in the actual actions because they didn't have anybody else. I think the Sparks in this spot without Rakia are going to struggle offensively. So I'll go with the under on the team total there as my lock. For my dog, I'm going to go with an alt player prop. Give me Courtney Williams over 7.5 assists at plus 156. She's had 9+ assists in each of the first 2 games. I believe she had 9 in the first game against the Wings. We think the Lynx might score 95 points in this game. They scored 99 in the first game. So give me Courtney Williams over her 7.5 assists at plus 156 as my dog.
All right. I like that. Lock. Lynx minus 11.5.
Okay.
Dog. Dog potential is not good for this show, especially with no props in the 2 games. Well, I mean, I guess I have all 3 going over, but like, would have loved wider range of props here. All right, let's see. I wonder if they only got this game going because Paige is playing.
Could be. That was my runner-up play, by the way. I almost took Paige assist, but I decided not to do it. But I thought about it.
Not a bad play. Not a bad play, Scott. Oh, wow. I'm struggling to find a dog that I like here. When in doubt, I could just trust Fee, I guess.
30?
I was thinking, so her double-double is at plus 230. And as I look at that number, I'm like, okay, I know she hasn't had it yet this season. But she gets 10 rebounds with these.
It's such a good price for something she can definitely do.
Like, what? 20 and 10? And that's a chill game.
Mm-hmm. Pace should be there. A lot of possessions.
Yeah, bro. And then what if Dallas starts throwing up bricks on the road? Yeah. Give me Nafisa Collier. Double-double, plus 230. That's just a misprice. She should never be plus 230 for a double-double. Ever. I'll take it. Also, because I was really struggling to find a dog, too. Felt like I was wasting time. But that's also real. I just can't keep... I keep looking at it like this is kind of insane of a number for her. She gets her first win of the season.
Yeah.
Plus, she's going for MVP this year.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to need some. All right. Now, I may regret it if she gets 30 and doesn't get that. I'll be pretty...
She can go for 30. Just 30 and 10. And you're fine.
Yeah. Just give me the 10, please. Courtney Williams' double-double is actually very interesting as well.
Yeah, that was like 440, 470, something like
Yeah.
that.
Very, very much interesting. I was
Chad won
looking at
last
that as
game.
well. Yeah. Oh, she did. Oh, dude. No, I'm not going to do it twice. Give me a fee. All right. Underdog. I guess
I
we're
want
just going off
the
of
regular
Minnesota.
assists for Courtney at 6.5. At was it 5.5? 6.5? 6.5 because I took the 7.5 alt. So I like the 6.5 there.
Courtney Williams, a higher 6.5 assists. Let's go. I mean, Fee walks in at 25, right?
I think she should. I don't know who's going to guard her.
Fee higher 25.5 points. And then let's do my page play. Where's
RA?
it's at 0.91. They know.
That's fine.
At 8.5. 8.5.91. We'll take it. Okay.
I mean, it's 9.5 at every other actual book. So
Yeah.
you're saving one. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's go with that. Cool. Same game once again. Courtney Williams higher 6.5 assists. Nafisa Collier higher 24.5 points. Paige Beckers higher 8.5 RA. Rebounds.
It's a fee was 24.5 or 25.5?
24.5.
Okay, cool.
5.46x Scott.
Okay.
$100 gets you $546 there.
We're all free rolling. Hit the last one.
Oh, dude, yes. We are free rolling right now. All right. Anything else for people before we get about here?
No, not really. Once again, looking forward to the games tomorrow. Apologies, we had no lines for the Thursday games. Blame the sports books, not us. And we'll be back later in the week.
Shouts out to the chat. Juan talking about we be hitting the double doubles. Yeah, man, that's crazy. We are wow, that's back-to-back double doubles, Scott. That is. We were on Bree Jones, and then we threw out the Leah Boston there. Bree Jones one was just like that's a crazy way to start. Yeah, that was a crazy way to start. That honestly saved the beginning part.
It did.
The beginning early parts of the betting weekend. Oh man. All right, here we are. He's at Red Show Radio. I'm at really raw __. Make sure you give us a follow. Make sure you give WNBA Gambling Podcast. Just go. It takes 2 seconds. I know you watch on YouTube, but it takes 2 seconds. Just run over to your podcast app. Make sure that you're subscribed. Give a quick review, 5-star rating, all of that, please. And comment, like the video on your way out, all of that. Show all love. We'll take all love here. We'll be back for sure for that Friday slate, but we'll see what happens if we make it for this Thursday slate or not. But for sure, we got 4 games on Friday. What's going on Saturday? 2 games on Saturday. Hopefully they give us all the games at once so we can just run through them all. But they decide to be slow here. Maybe it's because the NBA is still going on, Scott. With that, nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this. Scott, I didn't use all of the sound drops that I had placed on the soundboard today.
We can save them for another day.
Yeah, because I'm for sure not breaking out that storm one. Showers are just...
We have to have a separate sound effect that we have to download for soft rain, because we had the AI one, which was a little bit too faint. But you know what I mean?
This is too faint? What's this one?
You can barely hear that.
What if I turn it up?
It sounds a little...
Yeah, because we're getting a lot of bird and a lot... I understand what you're saying. Now that I listen to you...
It's not what I'm going for, you know?
Yeah, now that I listen to it and I hear your sentiments, you know what? I understand. Okay, we can find a new raindrop.
So, something to keep in mind.
We're out of here.